Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to want to stay for the discussion. Man, is there a lot to talk about in this episode. Rewind. I am low-key bloated right now. Oh. Speaking of low-key, we're going to watch episode 4 today. See how I did that hilarious joke? Guys, I love it when you hit the subscribe button if you enjoy our video. And also, if you enjoy our video, hit that like button. I appreciate all of you who serve your glorious purpose by becoming Patronajects, where we got the full-length watch-alongs for Loki over there. We cover a bunch of other shows. But honestly, guys, what I really want to mention, on a sincere note, is the channel Late to the Party. That's right, Greg's at it with another reaction channel shout-out in the intro. Robert and Vanessa have been great friends of mine for quite a while, and they only recently were able to quit their jobs and fully commit to doing YouTube full-time. And while they're called Late to the Party, they still managed to get their Loki reactions up before ours, and they get access to the episode an hour later than us every time. Guys, I would really love if we could help push them to over 100K subscribers. Yeah, let's see if they think it's nice that I shouted them out. You know, because I want the credit for being nice.
I think they're gonna be like, I don't need your pity shout out, Greg. We got here all on our own.
Also, Pratham, thank you so much for editing these highlights down for us. Your hustle is very much appreciated. Some people saw that episode and said it was filler. Isn't that hilarious?
It's more divisive than I expected it to be.
Well, don't you know that 5 seconds of Loki mentioning that he's bisexual cost them 130,000 views?
Oh man, all the people who just unplugged their Disney Plus accounts after that.
Hey now! Hey now!
It's good to see you again.
Swoops towards the palace. But Valkyrie flies over, defeats the dragon, and saves Asgard.
Oh, snap diggity.
There's our variant.
What?
Whoa.
I hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline.
Oh, it's Sylvie.
Origins.
Oh, so she was a variant her whole life.
Yeah.
Her whole life. Aww. Did they just not explain to her parents?
No. They'll figure it out. Or maybe when they reset it, like in a timeline appropriate Loki appears or something.
Next case.
Yeah.
Next case.
Right here!
Fascinating.
That was a bad day.
So this is personal for her. Ooh, where have we gone? She at the top floor?
This one elevator door guards the Timekeepers.
Oh snap! There goes those theories. We'll see. They're all Kang The Conqueror.
All we saw his eyes, man. All we saw his glowing eyes.
Still.
The Timekeepers are all that stand between us and full-scale calamity.
But if they want me to find Loki and the variant, I need access to Honor C20.
I'm sorry, but that's impossible.
She could have information.
She's dead, Mobius.
Okay.
The variant. She enchanted C20. Scrambled her mind.
I didn't know.
Nobody does. We don't want people to panic.
This is a perfect time to panic. What a beautiful apocalypse.
I know. Perfect time for a trailer shot.
Everywhere and every when I went caused a Nexus event. Because I'm not supposed to exist. Until eventually I figured out where to hide. And so that's where I grew up. The ends of 1,000 worlds. Now, that's where I'll die.
No. No. It's a shot from the trailer. Everyone thought it was Black Widow.
Any news on C20?
No.
We need to find them.
I'm incredibly distraught too.
Human emotions coming out.
Wow.
this.
We've got something.
No.
I mean, no, did you get them? Wow. Oh, man, to be there just to watch the apocalypse but survive it. There you go. I got Uno prediction that a lot of people got.
The TVA is lying to you.
Put him in.
Aww. How horrible.
Seriously?
No way!
Lady Sif.
You did this!
What?
I hope you know you deserve to be alone, and you always will be.
A bad memory prison? How quaint.
Mercenaries is Dark World, huh? Who else are we gonna see?
You conniving, craven, pathetic worm. You did this.
Hang on.
Oh no.
You know you deserve to be alone, and you always will be.
Okay, eventually I'll learn to block it, Loki.
Time loops. How lovely.
Dormammu, I have come to bargain.
So I thought maybe I'd interview the other variant.
Oh no, she's just too dangerous.
Too dangerous. Come on, Ron, this is what I do.
And this is what I do. Nobody speaks with that variant.
You know, we brought in Kree, Titans, vampires. Why is it the two orphan demi?
Vampires!
The blade sprinkled in there, yeah.
Blade Mobius.
Did Loki say anything while you were in there?
So the TVA's lying to me. Why?
Oh, it's gonna click with her.
Just doing my job.
Yeah. It's your key to talking to the lady.
Please, I beg you. I'm a horrible person. I cut off your hair because I thought it'd be funny. I crave attention. I'm a narcissist.
Yeah.
It's because I'm scared of being alone.
Okay, Loki, you ready to talk?
Just gotta knee him in the groin enough, you know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you to do what.
Yeah. Like Casino Royale, you know, just smash his nuts a few times.
She's difficult and irritating, and she tries to hit me all the time.
I love her.
Not partners, no.
Yeah, I guess you don't do partner.
Life partners, maybe.
Something very, very big is going to happen, and when it does, I'll dispose of her.
Well, we saved you the trouble there. She's already been pruned. So assume I do set you free. Is that
Hang on, wait, hang on. What did you just say?
What? The variant. She's gone. Not before she took out 2 of ours.
Oh, Mobius, you're good.
Oh.
Good riddance.
Good interrogation.
You crying, Loki?
So funny.
It's like, look at your eyes. You like her. 2 variants of the same being, especially you, forming this kind of sick, twisted romantic relationship. That's pure chaos. That could break reality. It's breaking my reality right now. What an incredible seismic narcissist. You fell for yourself.
Hell
Her name
yeah.
was Sylvie.
Is that with an I-E or just an I?
Is she alive?
For now.
If what Sylvie told me about this place is true, it affects all of us.
Here we go. Now, you've already told me about 50 lies in the past 10 minutes.
I'm not lying this time.
You're all variants!
Oh no.
Everyone who works at the TVA. The Timekeepers didn't create you, they kidnapped you from the timeline.
So before this, you had a past. Maybe you had a family.
Maybe you had a jet ski.
Nice try.
Nah, let's get it to you.
Yeah.
You know, of all the liars in this place, you're the biggest.
Why? Because I lied about your girlfriend?
Oh no, that I can respect. I mean the lies you tell yourself.
Ooh.
Burn, Mobius, burn.
She's got questions.
She got memories.
Come with me.
Well, this took a turn I wasn't expecting.
If you could go anywhere, anytime, where would it be?
I can go anywhere, anytime.
You know what I mean.
Why wouldn't you let me interrogate Sylvie?
I told you we couldn't risk her escaping again.
She wouldn't have escaped.
The other variant got away during your first interrogation, didn't he?
Ouch.
That's an Owen Wilson line.
When did you first notice what was going on with C20? She seemed fine when I saw her. I mean, a little freaked, but fine.
Well, she quickly wasn't fine.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with that trophy?
Oh.
Where's that gonna go?
You're right.
Sly Devil.
How's that?
Looks perfect.
When you were in my head, I saw something. What did you do to me? I can't create memories. I can only use what's already there. Timekeepers took your lives from you. Your variants.
With a safe. Show me.
Oh.
I looked happy.
You're always so mad these days. Oh.
You're not hearing me. Real what I saw. This is a place that I've been. I lived down there. I went to that bar. I had friends. Calm down. I'm a variant. So are you.
Oh, damn.
Mobius. Oh, she had to lean in.
Enhance.
Yes. No. No. Mobius.
What are you doing?
Passing the time.
Do you care about this variant?
Sylvie, I'm not sure if care is the right
Shut
word.
up.
I think we've covered this back in.
Shut up!
Let's go.
Do you swear she didn't implant those memories in Hunter C20?
Mobius, no, I believe her.
So I just have to trust the word of two Lokis?
What a dilemma.
Poor guy.
How about the word of a friend?
And if you want to save her, you need to trust me. Can we do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hell nah.
I think you have something of mine.
You know where I'd go if I could go anywhere? Wherever it is I'm really from. Yeah, wherever I had a life before the TVA came along. Maybe I had a jet ski. That's what I'd like to do.
Oh, hell no.
No,
No.
you better not.
No! What the fuck? No, come on! No.
There had better be a second Mobius like everyone's theorized.
That breaks my heart. I can't believe this.
Oh, what a shot.
Son of a bitch. Oh, I'm so mad.
I just have
I'm
this
so
hollow
excited.
hole in my chest.
Damn
right now.
it.
Who was in here with her?
Sorry, man. B-15 insisted.
Oh, you're going down.
Put out an alert for Hunter B-15.
This feels like a tragedy.
Yeah.
I've got them from here.
Oh.
Do you remember me?
I do. What do you want to say to me, Variant?
Why did you bring me in?
I don't remember.
Top brass.
Gracious Timekeepers,
Holy shit.
as promised, the variants.
After all your struggle, at last you've arrived before. Delete them.
No, I'm not done with you yet.
B-15!
Oh,
B-15!
yeah.
For all time.
For all time.
Always.
Always.
Oh,
yeah. No.
Get her, Sylvie.
It's time. I finished the job.
A lot of lightsaber love in the sound design of that fight.
You're the child of the Timekeepers too, Sylvie. We can talk.
Of course we can.
No! They're robots! They are!
Damn.
Oh, damn!
That's why they gotta ask on the way in.
Damn! What? Someone just said, are they gonna introduce robots to us?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Mindless androids.
It never stops.
I thought this was it.
Someone asked us that, I was like, no, not gonna happen.
Definitely not
Shut
robots.
it down.
I have to tell you something. We will figure this out.
How do you know that?
We're back on Lamentis. This is new for me.
I hope she reciprocates.
What is it?
Oh God, please
Do it. What? Okay, so they can't kill them. It's gotta like
It's
transfer
gotta
them
like,
somewhere.
yeah, drop
Anyway.
them in a bin somewhere.
Do it. No, you're gonna tell me everything.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Nipple chills. Chilly nips.
Oh, chilly nips. Okay, so that was not a filler episode.
That was definitely a filler.
That was the filler. Yeah.
Waste of my time. Of course, we did the obligated. Let's wait to see if there's a P credit scene.
Oh yeah. P all
No,
of those
okay.
credits.
I was like, maybe Mobius isn't dead because I'm like, that must transfer them somewhere, right?
I can certainly see it being the case.
And then once it happened to freaking Tom Hiddleston, I'm like, okay, they definitely transfer them somewhere.
Well, and I don't know, with the revelation that this is some kind of weird robo-conspiracy of some kind, I almost wonder if the scope of power isn't so grand that it can just vaporize you. Yeah, maybe it just teleports you.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a, robot conspiracy. It's just that the Timekeepers are androids or something else really in charge.
Yeah, it's like if somebody had that godly of a power, they wouldn't need this front of amusement park animatronics to run their thing or to appear as though it's running their thing,
There's some reveals in that one, damn.
Yeah, this was a big episode. Vampires!
Yeah, whatever they talked about here is cool, but what they set up for the future, that's what matters.
I can't wait till 10 movies from now. Not so much next week's episode.
Wow, hell yeah. It's just so funny with the robot question. Someone asked this very recently. I'm like, do you think that I just immediately like, no, definitely not. We're not going to get any of that in the show. They specifically said it because of the android mention.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, the Timekeepers are androids.
And at first it was like, this is kind of a random question. This is one.
Shut up. Shut up.
Is this hell? Am I dead?
Not yet. But you will be unless you come with us.
Oh, damn!
Oh, nice!
It's Richard E. Grant. And that's why channels like Heavy Spoilers and New Rock Stars exist.
Oh,
so they could tell us.
Oh, it's gonna be like a 90-minute breakdown this week.
All they are.
Yeah, every Loki's coming to the show.
Let's have a super short, brief discussion about this. Okay, let's get the first things out of the way. I think it's Kang. I think it's Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Got BRITTANY Renslayer, confirmed villain, and we know her connections to Kang.
Ooh, the way you do that just sends shivers up my spine.
We know Kang the Conqueror is coming, at least in Ant-Man.
Yeah, we've already seen a glimpse of his city in the quantum realm.
So,
and
it seems likely it's Kang.
Especially with the position that BRITTANY Renslayer seems to hold in this organization, and she seems to be the gatekeeper for all information. So,
and then we didn't look this up at all. It just came to our heads naturally.
Just off the top of my head, I recognized Richard E. Grant's face.
You were like, "That's classic Loki.
Like,
that's Kid Loki, and that's definitely Boastful Loki."
And Boastful Loki, but redesigned a little bit. Yeah,
I was pretty surprised by just how well we knew that instantly, and did not quickly look that up while we were setting up the microphones.
And I would like credit for not being upset that they changed him to a black guy. That's it. That's the review.
Hell
that's
yeah.
done. This is my intent right here, just to derail everything with the sage joke.
This show, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but this one lately especially has been getting so much, the controversy stuff is so not controversial.
I know
at all, and then just these videos I just pop up in my feed of just like, what is
Marvel's
this?
not even hiding the wokeness. I'm like, this whole show is about people realizing that the paradigm they exist under is a lie that's built to oppress them from living their true life.
We're not going to make the discussion about that. It's just so funny. Just like the littlest things people are making these huge dramatic videos out of.
That's right, man.
Anyway, so there's those things, which I'm excited to see fully fleshed out and explored in the next episode. Young Avengers has got to be coming, man. They got Kid Loki here.
Yeah, man.
They got the little, Wiccan and Speed. I almost said Baby Quicksilver.
Baby Quicksilver.
They got Wiccan and Speed.
And Eli Bradley.
Kate Bishop is coming. Yeah, man. There's a lot. Eli Bradley, yes. Yeah. So, yeah, we got that going. But I really thought this was a really cool episode. I've talked with a lot of people, and I've heard varying opinions on this. I'm running circles where everyone's like, "This is a perfect show." And one thing I've heard mentioned, I won't say who, they did talk about how they wish this show was hopping around a lot more places, since that is the ability of it. But it really dawned on me in this episode that's just all the TVA and a couple of other locations. But I really like how this is the set of the show. It's really more. It could go that massive, but I like these dialogue driven scenes where you really get character things to do, because that's the richness of this show to me. Everything they've done with Sylvie is really fascinating stuff.
You got an amazing origin story.
I know, right? Yeah. Damn, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Taken as a child. Because, that was a question that was brought up in the last episode we were watching. Was was she just born a variant? Because she said she's been running from them her whole life. And then they confirm it here that she was just taken as a child. And when she's in the elevator with BRITTANY Renslayer, and she's asking her, what is the reason you took me? What was my Nexus event?
I don't even know your name. I don't even know who you are.
What'd you ask? I'm sorry. Yeah. So all this work, the thing that traumatized her the most, the one thing that she just has been dying to know the answer to, she's under the impression she's about to die.
Yeah.
This is all she wants to know.
What was it for?
Can't even get that cathartic satisfaction in her, what she believed to possibly be her final moments, man.
It's cold.
But the littlest scenes are so good. B-15 in this episode. Dude. Forgive me for not knowing anyone else's name in this show besides Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson.
It's okay.
But B-15, I love seeing this layer of her. One question did pop. This is a nitpick. This is a real nitpick of mine. When I say nitpick, I really want to underline that.
We need a nitpick graphic.
Because there are some things where I'm like, no, I got a criticism. This is a nitpick because I could see answers to why he didn't do this, and I could see answers to why he should have done this. He was so curious about C20, and I was like, why don't you talk to B15 about this? Because B15 was enchanted too, and she had a similar experience. Like, wouldn't you want to like even check up on B15 and make sure she's not going to deteriorate if any of what Ravonna Renslayer is saying happens to be true?
Yeah.
Or maybe you can get answers to what you're looking for through maybe trying to understand a little bit of what she might have experienced. I just thought that with Owen Wilson being the analyst character in here and is so investigative on this specific subject of like her mind, she seemed fine. I don't understand. I thought he would have asked her. That's a little thing.
Yeah, I get you.
But with B15, I loved her performance here. But my favorite moment from her is something that's just so simple. But so deep. Do you know what moment I'm about to go to, John?
It's got to be the moment in the rain.
The
right?
rain moment.
The rain. Tears in the Rain or whatever that song from Blade Runner is.
It was like a Blade Runner moment.
Yeah.
It really was. What's that freaking guy's name?
Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer. Yeah, it was. Damn, you're right. Good call. And there are some very obvious inspirations from Blade Runner at times.
Oh yeah.
And having that moment, it's so moving to me. Just watching an actor's performance, not doing any flashbacks, just keep the camera on her. Just let her do the job.
Let her experience her life and realize what a lie she's living currently.
I looked so happy. I looked happy,
It brought tears to my eyes.
I know, that was touching. It was very touching stuff.
Yeah.
She's great. I mean, she's a stand-up hero in this one, man.
Stand-up comedian.
She just showed up, man. I'm just ready to take on everyone.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's the funny thing to me about this episode is because this episode had so many wonderful, quiet character dialogue moments. And like last week was mostly that. And it seems like there's a certain division as to whether people think that was worthwhile or not. But I love that this one dialed up all the kookiness that we've been waiting for and all the reveals and all the sort of crazy stakes, but also was really pinned together by a bunch of really effective emotional scenes.
Oh, that's what makes the show so damn good.
Yeah.
Despite what some channels are saying, where all they care about is virtue signaling.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, and they clearly watch the show too.
Definitely.
So
they're paying close attention for those Easter eggs.
Because I did love how the first half and the last half feels so different. It really seems like it's just like this momentous build to Mobius is going to investigate, but he's got a friendship with Loki. He's going to figure it out. He's going to start believing him. So it gets you going. It gets you. So that when he walks in there with that intensity, like we're about to break the hell out of this place.
Yeah,
we're
about to break the whole thing
We're going to get Sylvie, and we're going to team up and be hopping through portals in time everywhere.
We're going to be on the run together, apocalypse after apocalypse, till we figure this thing out. You guys got to fall in love, man. We're going to punch a hole in the system.
Scene felt like.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, he's done. He's what's the word they use, John? I rely on you for word memorization.
Oh, he's pruned.
Pruned, yes.
Yeah,
he's pruned in that very next scene. I'm like, damn. It's weird. I wasn't like even close to being brought to tears there, yet I was so mad.
Oh, yeah,
like,
your heart is crushed.
I was pissed because I was like, it was a conflicting feeling of I'm pissed at the show for doing that, but I don't criticize the show for doing that.
It's not what I want at all, but I accept it as drama.
Yeah, that's 100% the feeling. Like, I am so mad right now in this moment.
It would have happened.
Because I was so excited about, what's to come? Is this the crazy shit that was teased?
Yeah.
The exciting adventure. And yes, this is where we wanted Mobius to be. He's on the other side. He realized he's a variant. But damn, like for because he's not really dead. Like he can't be.
If Loki's not dead, there can be another Mobius. If he's, I feel like this Mobius will come back, or if not, at very least, another Mobius will turn up.
Well, I'm not sure the pruned is like eliminating the soul.
Yeah, it seems like being like I don't know. I assume based on that post-credit scene that if Loki woke up in an alternate location, then so did Mobius.
Yes,
anybody else would,
which would be fantastic, and I believe that to be the case.
It's just another TV.
Because if it was just an actual death, I might actually lean towards a little bit more critical of the show itself. Of like, but there's so much going on around this moment, and Mobius is such a grand character. Like, you should have had time to really sink into the feeling of Mobius died. So I would be there with the show.
Yeah,
but I don't actually believe he's dead.
You would be wanting that proper send off if that was the case.
You'd be like, what the hell, man? It just lasted like 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. You just brought him back after like a whole episode away. What gives?
Yeah, because I love when a show can mess with my emotions like that. How it feels like it's ramping up to this, and oh no, and then you get something just completely fucking weird in the end, where they go to meet the Timekeepers, and the scene was playing like this is the finale episode, so I was like, there's some mislead coming. Like, you could feel that there's a mislead coming in that moment.
But it did feel like a very climactic episode. I almost shouted that out. I was like, this does feel like we're getting to the finale or something.
Yeah, and it was being played so by the numbers, the way it was going. Like, the Timekeepers had incredibly generic dialogue. You know, they were, and I don't mean this in the moment I was critical of it, but once you learn who they are, I'm like, okay, I get what's going on. That's why it was all generic. You know?
Yeah, exactly, because they're a theme park ride.
Yes,
they will soon be at Disney World.
They evoked like the 80s sci-fi villains.
They made me think of Bill and Ted.
Like, they look great, but they did move kind of weird.
Yeah,
I was like, this is some weird mixture of practical and CGI.
They're like the floating robe guys in Bill and Ted Run the Future. But yeah. It was funny because they looked like CG creations, but it seemed like they also animated them to be kind of stiff and rigid.
Yes. And also knowing that there's 2 more episodes coming, and you're like, okay, there's definitely some mislead thing happening that's about to be set up for. And so yeah, when they behead them, my first thought is it's probably Kang the Conqueror. It's probably Kang. As we've all been sort of saying this whole time, because I was like, oh shit, the Timekeepers are real. Like, the show actually got me, because we've been saying the Timekeepers probably aren't real. And then the show here, I'm like, damn, I guess they're real. And it's kind of disappointing how they're actually behave. Oh, no wonder it's disappointing, because this is supposed to it's a mislead.
Yeah,
and it's psyching you out, because this is not the truth. But BRITTANY, she didn't seem weirded out by the fact that they are AI, or she didn't seem like, what? No, all my beliefs have been shattered. You know?
Yeah.
She didn't even have like a response really to it. It's like she knew. So that to me supports more that Kang the Conqueror is definitely. It's got to be.
Yeah, and I mean, she's so protective of anything. It seems like she is the gatekeeper to the Timekeepers, and she's so protective of like every aspect of what's going on with this case. And so it would certainly seem as though, yeah, whoever's got the real orders, she's taking them from them. You know.
And now, so that's the big part. And she's got BRITTANY now, and then Loki's in this other random timeline. This apocalypse, where I'm assuming we're gonna get like that Loki running for president homage. That's the timeline we'll get it. But what was there's another really cool part of this episode that I really wanted to touch on that I'm not remembering at 2 a.m. right now. But it was a damn good part of this episode.
Okay. Well,
while we talk, let's get my criticisms, criticisms out of the way. I thought the fight scene could have been cooler at the end. Not that it needed to be great, but I was like, this really isn't good choreography.
This is just an edit salad.
Not that. Yeah, I'm like, this is like CW television fight scene I'm looking at here. Like the early CW shows, except better camera movement. So yeah, I thought like that could have been cooler in some way. Not that I'm expecting to be expert martial artists, but Also, I'm kind of expecting them to be some martial artists because it's like Loki and Sylvie and the Minutemen, who are specifically like the people you send in to handle the job. You know?
They seem like they should have access to every fight style in the known universe.
Yeah, so
they
like,
speak every language in the known universe, you know?
So it's not a storytelling problem. It's more of a technical problem I have with like the capturing of a fight scene. I'm like, this really wasn't that as cool as I would kind of expect it to sort of look.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
The friggin' Nexus event of them like falling
That's
for
what
each
it
other.
was that I was trying to remember.
Hey.
Yes, please, John, take it away.
Oh
since
yeah,
you remembered.
I mean, I'm curious to know how people out there are going to respond to that, because for me, like I was kind of rooting for that just because of how like sort of this show does remind me in a lot of ways of Rick and Morty, as if it was not about somebody as like nihilistic and self-centered, but you know, as like, I don't know, there's something very, very cheeky and fun to me about them falling for each other, because who could understand a Loki better than like the most misunderstood Loki possible? And yeah, that like bond, whatever that is, creating this super strong, like, you know, it doesn't arc off the timeline, it just shoots off straight into, you know, the red line. And so like, I don't know, that seemed, I wonder what that's going to pay off into, because part of me doesn't really expect that it'll be like a traditional Loki Sylvie romance or something like that. But
I didn't get the vibe that Sylvie was into him.
Not as much.
I was ready for a joke to happen of he tells her how he feels, which I love. That he's really into her. Like, I love that. Like that when he's talking with Mobius and getting defensive for her and scared that she died.
Yeah.
I really like that scene a lot, and I love how much of a rise it got out of him.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I was expecting in the final moment where she's just gonna be like, ew, oh, or some, I don't know, some dumb sitcom.
I hate Lokis.
Yeah. You know, but the thing is that, because the word narcissism came up quite a bit in this particular episode, and while I would, you know, say Loki's definitely a narcissist, so is Tony Stark and a lot of other great heroes.
It's one of those qualities that strives you far.
Narcissists are charming on television and movies and portrayed as characters.
Yeah.
But in real life, they are frustrating as hell to be around. So, yeah. I don't view it as, and I feel like some people might take it that way, of like Loki just being in love with himself. I'm like, that's not it. What are you talking about? That's the whole point of that.
No,
like,
it's on the surface that's supposed to appear that way, but yeah,
but that's kind of the whole point, is that all these people who they decide are variants are still people. They're individuals with souls and lives and different experiences. So while they might be like genetically a similar thing or whatever, they're not even that. they're different people.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like Sylvie is clearly very different than Loki. You know, it's complete. They're completely different people.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's not like he's falling in love with himself, but yet through their experiences, they can identify best with one another.
Yeah. Well, and they
like
stand,
love.
and they stand in the face of an organization that basically asserts that there is only one acceptable version of you.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, like, we found that, oh man, both of us were deemed unacceptable, and yet that is kind of the key to us having this unlikely and very unique bond. You know, this insight into one another's souls.
I would love to date Loki.
Loki seems like a very fun other.
He could just keep shifting into different people to spice things up. Huh?
Yeah.
You could shift into Sylvie and make it really interesting for her.
You could take it one step further. You could have Loki like enchant your mind and just, you know,
oh damn,
yeah, consensually have you do all kinds of things.
Wow, you're a freak.
I'm kinky for Loki. It's my kink. Give me all the Loki Sylvie sandwiches you want. I hope that every Loki in this next episode in this dimension, you know, they all just get in a big, you know, hero-gasm pile.
Yeah, it should be the end of Sausage Party.
Yeah, I want to beat the boys to the punch, because there are already memes on Twitter, I'm sure, of Homelander and Homelander together.
Yeah. And Lady Sif's in this too, guys.
Sif is in it. She pulverized his nuts.
I'm glad you came back for a cameo. And while she did seem to serve a moment of reminding Loki, like it was a weird thing of this label that Loki is assigned, yet it seems like he's accepted it about himself. Like, I'm always going to be alone. I'm a narcissist. This is who I am. But I also want love and connection. You know,
he's in recovery.
He is.
He's maintaining his recovery by acknowledging his reality.
They've really been stripping down Loki in this show. You know, they've really been stripping him down.
Except only literally once though, which is a bummer.
I know, because he's got a great body.
He does. He does.
They should show that more. So yeah, Loki having that interaction with Lady Sif. A part of me on just on a completely different level. Like Lady Sif, I feel like should be a character that should be much more elevated by this point in the MCU.
Yeah.
And she's not in Ragnarok, and I don't know. Did she appear in S.H.I.E.L.D., Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Her sister does. I can't remember if Sif herself does or not.
I don't know if she does, but either way, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. seems to be some other variant. So, yeah,
LMDs.
I was excited at her coming back because I'm like, oh, damn, show. She's in a show. Oh, this could be good because then we could really get a chance to, make her really shine. And but she's kind of just one of the last things I remembered about it.
Yeah.
When
I think she is in one episode. I'm so sorry.
We don't have to figure this out.
I care.
They'll tell us.
I care about
but
Agents
it doesn't
of
matter
S.H.I.E.L.D.
to this. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like one of those things that they're plucking out of the past to go like, no, see, like we care about this character.
That really is just a fun cameo moment.
Yeah, it does give me some type of hope that I think they must know that some people feel like Thor's band, especially Sif, was kind of slighted by the handling of the movies, and maybe down the line we could see them more. I could totally see that happening, especially with to tie it around to what you were saying up top, about, you're talking with your friend and they were sort of expressing a wish that this was going to hop around and get crazy more. I feel like that's the point that we're at now. We're like the next 2 episodes, they could just stay on Loki planet, but I feel like this is the point at which things have to pop off and get crazy.
Well, I feel like they're building to that. They've been building to it.
Yeah.
Like this really does feel like every episode feels and does something different.
Mm-hmm.
Like this had the bleakest of tones of them all, which when you're looking structurally like a movie script, it would be at this point.
That all is becoming lost.
The all is lost moment, and then the next
Dark Night of the
next
Soul.
chapter might be Dark Night of the Soul, and then the finale. And then the finale is the finale. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel like this show has been structured. Is sort of each episode has been an act in a giant movie.
Yeah, that's how it feels for sure.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
and that makes sense.
And in a funny way, it almost, to me, accounts for some of the responses to last week, because I'm like, oh, yeah, you were like, okay, we had this shorter chapter we had to cut that's mostly character stuff, and then, so we can make room for this thicker chapter of, like, all the subversions and reveals.
Yeah. Because episode 1 would be Act 1, episode 2 is beginning of Act 2, episode 3 is the midpoint, like where the character gets what they've been looking for, but it's not turning out at all like how they wanted it. It seems to be going for the worse. And then we're in the second part of Act 2 where things start going much more down and ends with the all is lost moment and Dark Knight. Yeah, it's like, whoa, it really is following like a movie script. If the next episode is a Dark Knight of the Soul, then I'll be like, bam, that's what it is. That's cool. That's cool.
Well, that's the magic, man. Long movies.
6 episodes, perfect length to do that. I should take a page out of that book.
Yeah, man. That was that's the fatal flaw in the Netflix shows. Is nobody mastered that 6 episode season.
Yeah, man. Very, very true. I'm writing my Justin Hammer series.
Oh, yes. Justice for Justin. Justice for Hammer.
Anyway, guys, I give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. Docket 0.5. For a fight scene that didn't really need to be crazily choreographed, but I still very much noticed that it wasn't all that well done. So 0.5 points deducted. John, what are you, 9.8?
I'll give it a 9.6 just to keep up our, agreed upon structure. I don't know. I'll give it just a flat 9.5 with you. I'll meet you right on the level. Because, Like it was a little bit of like a, oh damn, we got this cool setting, and you're just gonna I'm just gonna wave the things around, and okay.
Amazing how strong of a 0.5 this is.
It's a really strong. Like, really, oh man, you were so close.
You're so close to being a 10, but damn, you lost 0.5 because of that.
It's okay though. It's still got the job done.
Oh
it's okay.
God,
I'm confident in you.
What did we not talk about that pissed you off that we didn't talk about? Leave your talking about points down below. Subscribe, click the notification bell, give Light to the Party some love. Tell them we sent you. They paid us nothing.
No,
and I am furious about that. Hey, also, it's the end of the month. We should shout out some patrons who are pledged to our Deleted Takes behind the scenes tier. Let's just roll that clip.
Peter Pacheco, Joanna St. Louis,
Matthew Mensing,
Rogue Cree,
Sam Castle,
Sidge94,
Justin,
Martin, KAYLA Waters,
Rosie Beatty, Darth Yoda Order 66,
Ruby Dynamite, Colin, Philip J. Smith Jr.,
Jen Smith,
Brianna Davidson,
Melanie LeBlanc,
Brittany BEYERLE,
Natalie Crowtits Doran,
Erwin Rogier,
Chase Gardner,
Tana,
Eva Drastikova. Hey, seriously, we rock, don't we?
We're so good.
No wonder you guys are pledged to us.
Dude,
makes perfect sense.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for being part of our Patreon page and supporting us at this level. It means a hell of a lot to have you here. You guys are the bomb. TheBomb.com, Ron.